So let us see this next question 36, and it is the same as question number 28. So I have kept the details of question number 28 as it is. Only way to change some data. So first I will read the problem. Question number 36. Large number of capacitors of rating 10 microfarad oblique 200 volt are available. The minimum number of capacitors required to design a 10 microfarad oblique 700 volt capacitor is. तर कंडेन्सरचं आपल्याला रेटिंग दिलेलं आहे. प्रत्येक कंडेन्सर 10 मायक्रोफॅरेडचा आहे आणि त्याचा मॅक्झिमम व्होल्टेज कॅपॅसिटी 200 व्होल्ट आहे. आणि आपल्याला नवीन कॉम्बिनेशन करायचं आहे, त्याची इफेक्टिव्ह कॅपॅसिटी पाहिजे 10 मायक्रोफॅरेड आणि कॅपॅसिटी व्होल्टेज कॅपॅसिटी मात्र 700 व्होल्ट आहे. सो वी आर कन्सिडरिंग दिस M by N array. This is called as the array. M by N array. So there are N condenser connected in each row. Each condenser has capacity 10 microfarad and its voltage capacity is 200 volt. Like this, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 M rows. So M is the total number of rows, and therefore the total number of condenser required is the number of rows multiplied by number of condenser in each row. So M into N is equal to N. So you have to find M and N. तर N काढण्यासाठी हा फॉर्म्युला आहे ना. हे N कंडेन्सर आपण सिरीज मध्ये कनेक्ट केलेले आहे. दे आर कनेक्टेड इन सिरीज and therefore this first condenser has voltage 200 volt, 200 volt, 200 volt, 200 volt. Maximum we require 1000 volt. 700 volt. So Vt is the total potential applied, and in our problem it is equal to 700 volt. And therefore V is the potential difference across the each condenser. It is equal to 2 volt, 200 volt, and therefore the number of condensers required in a row is equal to Vt is less than or equal to N times V. Greater than V. So Vt is equal to N times V or equal sign, and therefore Vt is equal to 700 volt upon 200. So that is equal to 3.5. So N is equal to 3.5. So N is taken as 4. Now why N is equal to 3 is not required, that we will see afterwards separately. So N is used as a 4. So in each row there are 4 condensers like this. So in each row N is equal to 4 condenser, each of capacity 10 microfarad are in series. Therefore 1 upon C row is equal to 1 upon Cs is equal to 1 upon C plus 1 upon C plus 1 upon C plus 1 upon C, that is equal to 4 upon C, that is equal to 4 upon 10, that is equal to 1 upon 2.5. So C row is equal to 2.5 microfarad. So this is the equation. So this is the equation A. So Ct is the total capacity required. So total capacity required is equal to 10 microfarad, and there are M rows. So M is equal to Ct upon row. So this is equal to total capacity required of the series parallel combination is equal to 10 microfarad. This is equal to 2.4, 2.5, and therefore 4. So M is equal to 4. So there are 4 rows and there are 4 condensers in each row, and therefore the total number of condensers is equal to 4 multiplied by 4, that is equal to 16. And therefore number of condensers required is equal to 16. So the correct choice is 16, means correct choice is A. Therefore A is correct. आणि मागचाच प्रॉब्लेम आपण यूज केला, फक्त ही स्पेशल केस आपल्याला माहिती होईल. n इज इक्वल टू 3.5 तर तो 3 घ्यायचा का 4 घ्यायचा? Whether n should be taken as 3 so whether n is equal to 3 or n is equal to 4. So that part we have to see. So if we use 3 condenser, then what will happen? Suppose this is the first condenser, second condenser, third condenser. So this is equal to 200 volt, 200 volt, 200 volt. So this total is 600 volt. And if we apply 700 volt, then this 700 volt is more than 600 volt. So each condenser will burn because the voltage applied across each condenser is more than 200. हे logically आपल्याला सांगता येईल. If we apply 700 volt when n is equal to 3, then for each condenser the voltage is 700 by 3. So it is more than 200. More than 200. So all the 3 condensers will burn. And therefore we can use 4 condensers. Now if we are using 4 condensers like this, then this will become 800 and applied voltage is 700. So each condenser will have only 175 volt. It is less than, so no condenser will damage when n is equal to 4. n is equal to 3, all the condenser will damage. n is equal to 4, no condenser will damage in a row. And therefore the arrangement is like this. So each row has capacity 2.5. So 2.5 plus 2.5 plus 2.5 plus 2.5. There are 4 rows. So in parallel we add the condenser. So 2.5 multiplied by 4. So total capacity is the required capacity is equal to 10 microfarad. Like this. So we get 10 microfarad capacity, and also we get the voltage 700 volt can be applied with safety like this. म्हणजे n इज इक्वल टू 3 का घेत नाही, पण त्याचा रिझन इथे लक्षात द्यायला पाहिजे. नेक्स्ट 31. The variation of the electric potential with distance from a fixed point is shown in the figure. What is the value of electric field at x is equal to 2 meter? So graph of potential, again distance is given like this. V volt, x meter. So x is equal to 1, x is equal to 2, x is equal to 3, x is equal to 4, like this, and this is equal to 2 volt, 4 volt, 6 volt. So at x is equal to 1, the voltage is 2. At x is equal to voltage is 2. At x is equal to 3, the voltage is 2. And at x is equal to 4, the voltage is 6. So the graph is like this. Voltage decreases from 6 to 2. Voltage remains constant 2 volt, 2 volt, 2 volt, and voltage again increases from like this. So what to find? This electric field at this 2. So from x is equal to 1 meter to x is equal to 3 meter, potential V is 2 volt is equal to constant Therefore, dV is equal to change in potential is equal to 0. Therefore, dV by dx is equal to 0. But this is equation A. But electric field E is equal to minus dV by dx. Therefore, using A, E is equal to 0 at x is equal to 2 meter from x is equal to 1 meter to x is equal to 3 meter. So this is the correct answer. E is equal to 0. तर डायरेक्ट आपल्याला हे अंतर देऊन टाकलेलं आहे. सो ई चॉईस इज करेक्ट. ई चॉईस इज करेक्ट. इथे रिझन पण दिलेलं आहे. ए मध्ये पण व्हॅल्यू 0 दिलेली आहे आणि ई मध्ये पण 0 दिलेली आहे. तर रिझन पण तिथे दिलेलं आहे. So this is question number 31. आता इथे पोटेन्शियल डिक्रीज होतं, म्हणजे इथे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड पॉझिटिव्ह असणार आहे. सो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इज पॉझिटिव्ह, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इज नेगेटिव्ह अँड इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इज 0. Like this. So direction of electric field reverses at this pointer like this. Next, question number 32. या रिजन मध्ये पण इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड आपल्याला याच इक्वेशन काढायचं आहे dV by dx. So from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 1, potential decreases from 6 to 2. So dV is equal to 4, x is equal to 4 upon 1, 4 minus 1 like this. So slope is negative, therefore minus minus will become plus. So E will be equal to 4 volt per meter. E is equal to minus 4 volt per meter and E is equal to 0. असे कॅल्क्युलेशन पण आपल्याला करता येईल. नेक्स्ट 32. Next question 32. Again it is related with the Gauss's theorem. The number of electric lines of force from 0.5 coulomb positive charge in a dielectric medium of constant 10 is so Q is given, K is given, and we have to find phi. Number of electric lines of forces means phi. So by Gauss's theorem, electric flux phi. Electric flux means number of electric lines of forces passing through the given area. Electric flux phi is equal to Q upon K epsilon naught. Equation 1, where Q is equal to charge enclosed by truth surface. K is equal to dielectric constant of the medium dielectric constant of the medium. Epsilon naught is equal to permittivity of free space. So substitute phi is equal to the value of charge is equal to 0.5 coulomb. It is directly in coulomb upon dielectric constant K is equal to 10 and this is equal to 8.85. into 10 raised to minus 12. So this will become 11. So 0.5 into 10 raised to 11 upon 8.85. So this is equal to 50 into 10 raised to 9 upon 8.85. So this is nearly 9. So answer would be 5 point something. So 5.65. This ratio will be nearly. Calculation करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Choice मध्ये आपल्याला लगेच लक्षात येतं. So phi is equal to, this is the electric flux and it is in volt into meter. The unit is not given, but phi is equal to E dot ds. So it is volt into meter. So the correct choice is A. This ratio will be approximately 8 point something. So there is only one choice like this, and therefore the correct answer is A. Super problem, you know. Next, 33. Two insulated charge conducting spheres of radii 20 centimeter and 15 centimeter respectively, and having an equal charge of 10 microcoulomb are connected by a copper wire, and then they are separated. Then both the sphere will have equal charge B. The surface charge density on 20 centimeter sphere will be greater than that on 15 centimeter. The surface charge density on the 15 centimeter will be greater than, and surface charge density on the two sphere will be equal. तर लॉजिकली पण आपल्याला ए आणि डी कट करता येईल. बघू सिच्युएशन याप्रमाणे. सो दीज आर द टू इन्सुलेटेड स्फियर. This radius is R1. This radius is R2. This charge is Q1. This charge is Q2. So Q1 is equal to Q2 is equal to Q is equal to 10 microcoulomb. Both have equal charges. And radii R1 is equal to 20 centimeter. R2 is equal to 15 centimeter. Like this. So this is the initial situation. So initially, before connecting the two spheres, what will happen? For spherical conductor, capacity C is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught K into R. Then C is directly proportional to R. This is equation A. Now these two spheres are joined with each other, connecting wire. Connecting wire. When two spheres, 1 and 2, two spheres are connected by a conducting wire, then they are equipotential. That is, potential of sphere 1 is equal to potential of sphere 2. Therefore, V1 is equal to V2, but C is equal to Q by V. Therefore, V is equal to Q by C. Therefore, Q1 upon C1 is equal to Q2 upon C2. Therefore, the charge Q is directly proportional to capacity C. This is equation B. So now combine these two equations. Surface charge density. First we will combine these two equations. Combining A and B. Combining A and B. Q is directly proportional to C and C is directly proportional to R. Therefore, Q is directly proportional to R. This is the equation C. आपल्याला surface charge density compare करायची आहे. Sigma is equal to surface charge density of the sphere. Therefore, sigma is equal to Q upon A is equal to Q upon 4 pi R square. Using therefore, sigma is directly proportional to Q upon R square. This is equation D. This is equation D. Now combine C and D. Combining C and D, sigma is directly, Q is directly proportional to R and this is R square. So R will get cancelled. So sigma is inversely proportional to R. This is the final result. This is equation E. So surface charge density sigma is inversely proportional to R. Since R1 is greater than R2, therefore sigma 1 is less than sigma 2. Sigma 1 is less than sigma 2. So surface charge density on the smaller sphere of radius 15 cm will be greater. ये sigma 2 ज़्यादा है. Therefore, surface charge density sigma 2 on smaller sphere of radius R1 is equal to 15 cm is greater than that of larger sphere of radius R1 is equal to 20 cm. So surface charge density on smaller sphere of radius R2 is greater than. So correct choice is C. C is correct. ये दोघे स्क्वेअरचे सरफेस चार्ज डेन्सिटी इक्वल तर नाही आहे, कारण चार्ज इक्वल नाही. So see the relation. This is a very important equation. This equation can be used to determine the capacity of the earth, because we know the radius of the earth 6400 kilometer, converted in meter. K is equal to surrounding medium air 1. So C is directly proportional to R. So it has more capacity to hold the charge than this sphere. So more charges, Q1 is greater than Q2, so Q1, Q2 are not equal. Now, when a wire is connected between the two spheres, then because of this wire, some charges will go to this, and there is a redistribution of charge, and they will have equal potential. So when the wire is connected, the two bodies become equipotential. Therefore, V1 is equal to V2. So capacity C is equal to Q by V. Therefore, potential is equal to Q by C. So using this relation, Q1 upon C1 is equal to Q2 upon C2. So charge on condenser is directly proportional to its capacity. He the property आपल्याला direct माहिती, larger surface area, more charges will be stored. So Q is directly proportional to C, and capacity is directly proportional to R. So combining A and B, we get this relation. The amount of charge is more on the sphere having larger radius. So sigma is given by Q upon A, Q upon 4 pi R square. So charge is more, but radius is also more in this case. But it is R square in the denominator and it is only R in the numerator. So sigma is inversely proportional to R. So sigma 1 is less than sigma 2 because R1 is greater than R2. So this is the result. म्हणजे चार्जचा जर कंपॅरिझन करायचं म्हटलं तर Q1 ग्रेटर दॅन Q2 होईल, आणि सरफेस चार्ज डेन्सिटी कम्पेअर केलं तर ते इन्व्हर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल आहे. मग हे इक्वेशन दोघे मी बॉक्समध्ये ठेवलेले आहेत. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 34. तर 34 आणि 32 दोघे सारखेच येते, गॉस थेरमचंच ॲप्लिकेशन आहे. द इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स फॉर गॉसियन सरफेस ए that encloses the charge particle in the free space given Q1 is equal to Q2 is equal to Q3 is equal to. So out of three charges, two are positive and two are negative and one is positive. So same problem we have seen in the last paper, test number 17. इलेक्ट्रोस्टॅटिकचा जो पहिला पेपर होता त्याच्यात हा प्रॉब्लेम आपण घेतलेला आहे तो लक्षात. सो फाय इज इक्वल टू इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स फाय is equal to Q inside upon K epsilon naught. So phi is equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 upon K epsilon naught. So phi is equal to Q1 is equal to minus 14 nano coulomb. So minus 14 into 10 into minus 9 plus 78.85 into 10 into minus 9 coulomb plus 56 minus, it is negative charge, 56 into 10 into minus 10 coulomb upon K is equal to 1 multiplied by 8.85 into 10 into minus 12. So this is equal to minus 14 plus 78.85 minus 56 into 10 into minus 9 into 10 into 12 upon 8.85. So this numerator has value 8.85, denominator is also 8.85, and this total is 10 into 3. So this 8.85 will get cancelled. So phi is equal to 10 into 3 volt into meter. So correct choice is the A. A choice is correct. A is correct. Like this. Next question number 35. The electric potential V at any point x, y, z in the space is given by V is equal to 4x square volt. The electric field at 102 meter in volt per meter is 8 volt along negative x-axis, 8 volt along positive x-axis, 16 volt along x-axis, 16 volt along positive x-axis. तर व्हॅल्यू पण आपल्याला चेक करायची आणि डायरेक्शन पण मोजत आहे. सो द what to find electric field. So formula for electric field is like this. Electric field E is equal to minus dV by dr, equation 1. But potential V is equal to 4x square, that is V varies with x only. Therefore, E is equal to minus dV by dx. This is equation 2. Therefore, E is equal to minus d dx of 4x square. आता डेरिवेटिवचे रूल फक्त इथे यूज करा. सो मायनस 4 इंटू 4 इज कॉन्स्टंट d dx of x square, and we know the simple rule for derivative. Derivative of this is equal to 2 times x raised to 1. So minus 8x. This is equation 3. So this is the value of electric field. Now what to find the electric field at far point 102, x coordinate, y coordinate, z coordinate. 4.102, x is equal to 1 meter, 14 so E is equal to minus 8 multiplied by 1, so E is equal to minus 8 volt per meter. This is the magnitude. So minus sign, this is equation 4. Minus sign indicates that the electric field intensity is 8 volt per meter along, minus sign indicates that it is along the negative x-axis. Negative x-axis. So the correct answer is A. 8 volt per meter along negative x-axis. So A is correct. A is correct. So in this problem, the potential is given by 4x square. So it is a function of x only, it varies with x only. But sometime the equation for voltage may be given in terms of x, in terms of y and z. Then you have to take the partial derivative. So rules of partial derivative you might be seen in mathematics. So using सेम डेरिव्हेटिव्हचेच रूल असतात, फक्त 4x स्क्वेअरचा डेरिव्हेटिव्ह विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू एक्स घ्यायचा. समजा इथे जर 3y स्क्वेअर असेल तर 3y स्क्वेअरचा डेरिव्हेटिव्ह विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू y घ्यायचा असतो. तर अशा 3 टर्म मिळतील आपल्याला. मग ई इज इक्वल टू मायनस डी व्ही बाय डी एक्स, मायनस डी व्ही बाय डी वाय, डी व्ही बाय डी झेड, आणि ह्या डेरिव्हेटिव्हच्या व्हॅल्यू काढल्यानंतर आपल्याला काहीतरी इक्वेशन मिळेल. नंतर एक्स इज इक्वल टू 1, वाय इज इक्वल टू 0 आणि झेड इज इक्वल टू सबस्टिट्यूट केल्यानंतर आपल्याला इक्वेशन कॅल्क्युलेट करता येईल. सो द होल पोटेन्शियल at a given point may be a function of x only, may be a function of x, y, z. So when we consider dv by dr, this r is related with x, y, z coordinate. But when it is varying with x only, then we have to take only the derivative of potential with respect to x only. This is the derivative of potential Vibhuti. It is called as the potential gradient along the x-axis, like this. Okay, we will stop here. Remaining problem we will consider in the next session.